What's going on, cousins? It's me, your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. Listen, I know I've been off for a while, but I'm back tonight to talk about a couple of things. Lotocha's Christmas album, Sexxy Red's motherfucking new lip gloss line. I know y'all want to go ahead and talk about this stuff with me, so go on and bring y'all ass over here in the living room and sit down and let's talk. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. What's going on, cousins? Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's me, your boy, your homie, your cousin, your friend, your next door neighbor, maybe even your coworker, if we fuck with each other like that. And trust me, it ain't likely to happen these days, okay? It's your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. I'm back with a lot of topics. I'm gonna make this video not too long, but before I get into all that shit, let me go ahead and say this. I do apologize, you guys, for being away from you all so long. I've been seeing the comment section. I have been gathering information and topics to bring to the show to discuss with you guys. I have been also developing another show called AJ and the Crew, which pretty much it's me and some girls of mine that they have their own platforms. They have their own agencies, benefits, and things of that nature. And I invited them to do a show called AJ and the Crew. We're going to be moving to Tuesday nights, I believe. We didn't air last Wednesday because, of course, one of the panelists, she was actually at the Renaissance concert. And I can honestly tell you, Sunday, when Beyonce came through Houston, I had my motherfucking ass in NRG Center as well. But there's some things I've been working on, some projects, and like I tell you guys all the time, I'm always looking after my family, and I'm trying to take self-care way more serious nowadays. So I took some time to actually do some things that I needed to do for myself, some personal things that I needed to take care of in the background, and of course the 9 to 5 never lets me forget it's present. You know what I mean? So I have to get out there and go chase this motherfucking bag and get to the yams. But at the end of the day, I did want to start out by apologizing for being away from you guys so long. I have missed you guys so fucking much. I have missed being in front of this camera. I have missed sitting in this chair, kikiing and ha-ha and leg slapping with you all. I have definitely missed the comment section, interacting with you guys. I'm going to get back to that as well. Also, it's just been a journey, you know, just trying to learn how to eat better, treat my body better, get proper rest, and get that work-life balance, pretty much bring that all into retrospect and get it taken care of. I'm not going to sit here before you guys, cousin, and tell y'all that it's all perfect. At this present moment, it's still a work in progress. There are some things, like I said before, that I am working on within self still. Even though I consider myself a better person compared to what I used to be, I'm still working on some things within myself, as we all should be doing. But I've also been working in the physical aspect as well, and my mental. I tell you guys, mental health awareness is a real thing. I'm not telling you motherfuckers that I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or no shit like that. I just told you guys before that I have, I've mentioned before in several episodes of the AJ Red Show, that I have my moments too where I battle with depression and anxiety. But rather than be medicated, I chose the route of, you know, just taking time for myself, being in serenity, being in a space of like love and like creative thoughts. It basically helped me better. It put me in a place of just not solitude, but I had to take a break from some things like social media. So there are some things that I did miss, but then when I got back on, trust me, I wasn't far behind, because there's every day that's going on with some new fuckery is going on social media. So I will say this, taking that time to myself and gathering my thoughts and getting myself back together, I was actually going to take a little bit longer, maybe a day or two, but I'm sitting my ass around the house and I'm like, bitch, okay, well look, you know, you ain't in a depressive state, you know what I mean? You're just relaxing and resting, but you can go into that place, but you cannot stay there too long, because there are obligations that you have that's still a tribute to your personal life and your personal growth. And being on this panel talking to you guys is one of them. And I missed you guys so much. So I was sitting over here watching the episode of Law and Order, and I said, let me get my stupid ass up and go get these topics done. You know that I wrote down to go talk to my cousin and them. We say and them, not and them, because that's how we say this shit down there in Louisiana. Cousin and them, N-E-M. And you know, get with them and see what they have to say about these things. And also, I'm getting back on the horse. I'm also writing out some information, or gathering some information, should I say, for the topics for AJ and the crew. And this show with AJ and the crew coming up this Tuesday will also be featuring a new panelist. I know we've only had one episode, but I found this young lady so intriguing and it's so informative that I decided to add her to the panel. So we'll present that at that time. But anyway, I'm back. I missed you guys so much. I am so happy to be back with you all and shoot the bull, talk the shit. I ain't drinking nothing this morning, y'all, but water and coffee. I know I see it tonight, but I be saying that shit because I mostly do my videos at night. It is motherfucking 1 o'clock in the day, and I was talking about some tonight. It is motherfucking daytime over here where I'm at recording this video. Now, it'll probably be nighttime by the time you get this motherfucker up on YouTube, because YouTube takes so long uploading the videos nowadays. I don't know what's going on with that. I've also been trying to work on equipment because my Wi-Fi service has been very shitty. And even doing the live with the girls, you know, I've been on the phone with my service provider trying to get that worked out. And I'm still not very confident in them. I'm going to get a motherfucking ass one more time. And after I pay this last bill, this next bill, after I pay this motherfucker, which I want my credit, I ain't going to say who they are yet until I actually have to drop the hammer on their motherfucking ass. But when I pay this in bill, after this, if I have any more trouble, trust me, I wouldn't have a problem blasting y'all ass and moving my my business elsewhere and patronizing another internet provider. But anyway, jumping into the topics for this show, first and foremost, we got Lotocha Scott, which I found to be very motherfucking funny, saying that she's coming out, y'all, and she's gonna give us a Christmas album. Just what we needed, you know, with all the shit we got going on in today's climate. We need Lotocha Scott talking about she got another motherfucking album coming out for Christmas. Something to probably put us further in depression around the holidays, because half of us motherfuckers are looking crazy, because if the government shutdown comes into effect come tomorrow, a lot of folk won't have paychecks that work for the government, and those grandmas and grandpas and luckily great-grandparents will not be able to go out there Christmas shopping, and probably won't be able to pay a lot of their other bills that, you know, are due on a regular basis. But ain't nobody finna buy that shit, because I know for a fact, I didn't buy the last album. And I will tell you, the last album that she did solo after she had done a Sister So Fucking Dirty and Escape So Dirty, the last album I listened to a song, and I don't even remember the name of the song. I listened to it. It was giving Lotocha Scott, okay? And when I say that, it was giving the same chick we knew from the runs and everything back in the days of Escape when they first started out, up until the time they recently here ended that she left the group. Well, Escape is still going on, but the time that she left the group. I've even seen her on some tours down there in different churches singing with, I think it was Shirley Caesar or somebody, I don't know. Them same lazy, tired-ass runs. She has not even reinvented herself. She's still doing them lazy, same tired runs over there in the church industry. So I don't understand something going on with this motherfucking computer. I might have to fix it later. But quite frankly, we don't want to hear about another album. What we want to hear about is you paying your sister back the money that you and Rocky stole. Let's make an album about that. Matter of fact, Tamika ought to make an album about that. Let Tamika make the fucking Christmas album. And let us hear how, you know, fuck it. I mean, because it's going to be a rough Christmas. Looks like if the government go through what they plan. Let us hear about how she wants her money back and how you ain't paid it yet. Because if you really want to be frank about it, you ain't got no business doing shit asking us to buy a motherfucking thing from you right now the way you behaved as a so-called church woman and as a married woman out here in these streets and as a sister. You shouldn't be asking us to purchase a motherfucking thing for you. I tell you what, I would see myself purchasing that album if she was to sit up and say, at the end of the day, I see her wanting to say, I will have Escape featured on the album on certain songs. Every artist would be do a solo with me on a Christmas song, including my sister. And then maybe the fourth song, because it's probably gonna get about 4 songs on that motherfucker anyway that's gonna get done. The fourth song would include, or the fifth song will include all of the Escape members singing parts in the background, holding backgrounds, and everybody singing the lead part on it. And the first $30,000. Get this, you ain't got to make the deal out in front of us, but honestly, no, you should, because that will show us that you're trying to do the right thing. You should openly say the first $30,000 that is acclaimed by sales from this album will go to my sister's pocket, not mine. Now, some would say, and I would agree, honestly, that would have to say that now she openly admits that she and Rocky stole the money, right? I agree on some degree, but at the same time, I also say this: you can say at the same time, just so my sister and I can get back to a peaceful place, so that my sister and I can get back to a place where we actually enjoy each other's company. We hang out like we used to, We may come over to each other's house again, eat brunch and stuff like that. Our children can actually be at peace as cousins, you see? And we can keep this thing going. You don't have to even openly admit. Undercurrent, we gonna know, bitch, you sitting there saying that you took that money and that you're trying to pay it back and make amends. But the bottom line is, in our sight as the public, it would still say to us that you are being a bigger woman and that you are subtly, whatever the fuck you want to call it, low-key admitting that y'all did take that money and you miss your sister so much that you want the relationship back that you all had, and that you are willing to do that. And that the proceeds of the first $30,000, you can even say $40,000, to give her, what do you call that shit? Interest on the money. And then you can count me, but maybe you can turn around when the shit really do hit the fan and come out and say, well, it was a loan. She's sitting there saying we took it, but it was a loan, but I wasn't going to say nothing. Saying, spin the shit around like that. But other than that, Lotocha, we don't want it. We don't want it. And along with that, to boot, let us hear you say on a reality show or something, or during an interview, that you are no longer with Rocky. You have decided to part ways with Rocky. I'm not telling you how to manage your marriage, but I'm saying this here, for better or for worse. And I feel like at this point, it's been past the worst. We're just not finding out about it. And I feel like there's no way that I could share a bed with a person that night knowing that they're dogging me and doing me wrong and they're treating me less than what I know my value is. And they continue to do that. Let me tell you something. We've all had that moment when we put on our motherfucking Reeboks and we didn't chase the motherfucker, right? We done all been stupid for somebody. We've all played the fool. Ain't none of you motherfuckers finna sit up here, cousin, and tell me ain't now time there was a motherfucker that you met that you done played around with and caught feelings for, and you done fucked around and slipped on the motherfucking banana peel and found yourself into a relationship but only by yourself, and to find out that this motherfucker is dogging you. He ain't even treating you right in front of your face half the time. And then he dogging you behind your motherfucking back. But at the same time, you still love that motherfucker's dirty draws. Oh, but hallelujah. Oh, shubatata. Oh, biblioshi. There came a change. And we understood at a certain age, at a certain degree of maturity, we understood that shit was no longer warranted and no longer allowed. And to this day, she's a woman that's almost 50 years old, if not already. And I'm pretty sure I wouldn't give a fuck what the vows say. Fuck the vows. The vows is made up by somebody that don't even make a difference right about now. The vow shows in your actions. The vow shows in how you treat me. The vow shows in how you talk to me. And if you're going to walk around this bitch getting other bitches pregnant and fucking around with this one and that one and the third one, even if I don't find out about it, the bottom line is I'm protected enough that eventually you will get what's coming to your motherfucking ass. But on the flip side of that motherfucking pillar, I'm going to make sure on my end, I may not do it salaciously, but I guarantee you, I'm going to make sure that you are not welcome around me. You can't be fucking with me like that. You can't do that kind of shit to people. And she's a goddamn fool for sitting there letting that shit go on. Let us find out that you not fucking around there with Rocky, old milk dud head ass no motherfucking more. You done kick that old beady-eyed Uncle Fester looking motherfucker to the side, and that you willing to work on yourself and to make yourself a better person. and look for somebody that's actually going to stand 10 toes down for you the right way in love, and you're going to reunite with your sister, and you're going to make things right and make your sister whole for that relationship for the two of you. Because clearly shit ain't going right over there with Rocky, because even if in your mind it is, clearly he got another motherfucking thought process going on. But with that, I say no to it. In the words of Iyanla Van Zandt, no thank you. Until you come with some better stipulations, it's a no thank you for me. We are 14 minutes into the thing. Let's move on to the next topic. What I got? I was going to talk about Blueface posting that baby's balls all over social media. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm going to say this and be done with it. Krishan got very upset about it and had an emotional breakdown about it, and she blamed the public and saying that she was going to sit up there and call the police on the public or somebody. She sounded very stupid. She sounds stupid as fucking. It sounds like postpartum depression, but at the same time, if you want to call the cops on somebody, you call them on your motherfucking baby daddy. We don't even want to hear no more from y'all. I'm down now with Aries Cannonballs. I don't even want to hear anymore about motherfucking Blueface and Krishan Rock, because at the end of the day, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit fucker and a bunch of dumb bitches that need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down and get the fuck off the camera and do that stupid shit behind the motherfucking closed doors, because all y'all doing right about now is airing basically sentiments of what the fuck's going on in your life, the fucked up side, and then y'all projecting that shit off on the public. And then when the public has something to say about it, y'all want to get in y'all motherfucking feelings and jump on the goddamn live somewhere on Instagram and tell us leave y'all the fuck alone and stay the fuck about y'all business. But understand this, bitch. If everybody get the fuck about your business and leave your motherfucking ass alone in the business that you in, bitch, you ain't got to worry about that new house you just bought, bitch, and how you gonna keep that motherfucker, because the way you manage money, I'm pretty sure you will not have that motherfucker for long. Just saying that. But as far as your child's balls and dick being posted all over the motherfucking social media, you blame that shit on the motherfucker in which it came from. The same motherfucker you laid down and made that baby with. The same motherfucker you laid down with after you know he just left him over there fucking Jaden. That's why I say y'all some stupid motherfuckers. You ain't finna come over here jumping on my dick, jumping on somebody's motherfucking back, knowing you just left him over there. I don't give a fuck if it was a week ago. The bottom line is a motherfucking no. Learn some self-respect, and maybe we can sit down and watch your ignorant motherfucking ass with maybe a little ignorance and not so motherfucking loudly spoken as dumb. Okay? Because right about now, y'all whole family, y'all are showing us that y'all lineage before y'all motherfucking ancestors are sitting around somewhere at a table wherever the fuck they wound up at in the afterlife. They sitting around somewhere. They done switched from drinking motherfucking coffee and tea. They in that bitch drinking Jack Daniels, looking at you silly motherfuckers. They in that bitch drinking motherfucking bamboo, the same shit that got me fucked up the other night when I thought about getting on this motherfucker doing a video and got too drunk. Got too drunk too fast to get the fuck up on the camera. Y'all were making y'all family lineage look bad on camera and social media. Y'all let us see, because y'all mamas look dumb as fuck, getting on there saying shit. Your mamas look raggedy, ignorant, toe down, ain't got no sense. They let men's beat on them like they the motherfucking former Tina Turner before she got to be Tina Turner. Because that means they're the broke version, because they ain't getting shit out of it, getting knocked upside the head, and got a man running around up in the streets on them. Y'all need to go somewhere. What y'all need to do, let us see an episode of one of you motherfuckers, better yet, all you motherfuckers in a family therapy session. How about that? Because I don't want to hear nothing else from you. And over here on this side, the only reason I'm not going to say what I think I want to say is because I ain't trying to get motherfucking canceled. You feel me? I done forgot to put the fucking earpiece. But yeah, let us see y'all in therapy or something. We don't want to hear no more from y'all. Y'all go sit down some fucking way and turn them phones on and put them on the charger. Lord have mercy. Y'all pray for Britney Spears. Matter of fact, let's take a moment of silence for Britney. Amen. Listen, Britney Spears got some shit going on over there. Did y'all see that crazy motherfucker over there dancing with them butcher knives? Over there slinging them around and shit and clacking them together and all that extra shit? She looked like she was possessed. She looked like she had to snorted a line of sofa motherfucking long and just went in the kitchen to go get a motherfucking sandwich and a cup of juice, and all of a sudden she just saw the butcher block and she just picked him up and heard her favorite shit jamming on the motherfucking beats on the radio. in the kitchen or the living room, wherever the fuck she was, turned on the goddamn camera. Now she had time to think about it, y'all. She went down there and set up the camera and looked like what looks to be the motherfucking foyer, the entryway of the home or the living room or something. I don't know, whatever the kind of shit the rich folk got in their house. It was a big area. Brittany got on there, y'all, and I don't know if she was salsa dancing. I don't know if she was doing one of her old routines from Slave. I don't think that was the one, because Slave was one of my favorite ones when she came out, and I would remember that dance, and that wasn't it. That was some other Rubian, Benubian ass bullshit that she was doing on the camera. I don't know what it was, but the bottom line is, when I scrolled and I had to stop and pause and look at it, and like my grandma said, I said to myself, now what in the shit is she doing here? It looked like she hadn't did a sofa long bump, smoked a blunt, went downstairs to get a sandwich and a cup of juice, and just the bump must have hit this bitch, and then she heard the beats going, and she just went with it. It made me so worried, and I was not going to watch it, because even though I work in the medical field, I do not like to see it. I don't like seeing, traumatic shit. I just don't like fucking with it. Now I watch some shit, but to sit up here and watch this bitch fucking around there and slinging them knives, and she doing all this other shit, spinning around, clank, and all this shit around her body. I'm sitting there saying, this bitch lay around there and slice a titty or some shit, or, cut her belly and fuck herself, because them knives, them bitches were sharp. Let me tell you, they were sharp than the motherfucker. They were sharper than your uncle on Easter Sunday when he break out that motherfucking blueberry colored motherfucking suit and them black and white motherfucking Stacey Adams and think he the sharpest motherfucker at the church, going down there trying to orchestrate the Easter egg hunt. Now, he ain't been to church all year long. He don't come down for shit else but the Easter egg hunt, and he want to be in control of that, and Christmas. And that's because he done got up, to go down there with his mama, because he probably still stay with her anyway. So she done had him get him go to church, because the rule in her house is everybody that live up in this motherfucker going to church. Especially on Easter and Christmas. Them they days, And pastor's anniversary and church anniversary, because all the motherfuckers know that's when the food gonna be there. And Sister Saber and Aunt Dorothy, as they call her, Aunt Dot, and all them kind of women along that lineage about to come down with the good pound cakes and upside down pineapple cakes and all that stuff, and sweet potato pie, and the white cakes and yellow cakes and bundt cakes, all that kind of shit, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, and all that shit, turkey legs and all. They know she's going to be there. They know they ain't announced her dying last Sunday. They know she gonna be in motherfucking attendance if she got to get a ride down into the church, and she bringing half the shit for the church. Not to mention undocking, but anyway, them knives were sharp. Okay. And I'm so glad somebody decided to go over there and do a welfare check. The police, apparently, somebody sent the motherfucking video to the cops. And the cops, they deemed, well, we need to go ahead and knock on this bitch door and see what's going on. See, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's the same shit they should have been doing for Wendy Williams. When y'all seen Wendy doing all them old obscene ass motherfucking videos and couldn't talk and word slurring, somebody should have went over there by way of law and made the doorman move and go over there and knock on that door and do a welfare check. And make sure to do them on a regular basis. But the cops went over there and did a welfare check on Britney Spears, and she said she wanted everybody to know that she's fine, she's okay. She came off the white pony, the ride was over, everything is safe. She managed to do the trick and everything. She didn't slice herself up and no shit like that. She didn't kill herself. So everybody was safe to go back to their normal lives and that she was okay. Also, I was sitting there watching and looking, saying basically shit. Apparently, she done cut parents and shit out because they said her mama had to go back down and get a job in the workforce, being a substitute teacher. Now, listen, your mama got to really be the made you the fuck man when you one of the richest bitches up in America, and you got to cut that motherfucker out to the point she got to go get a regular job down into the school. And of all jobs, you got to be real vicious to that bitch if you're going to let her go get a job as a substitute teacher, because we all know nowadays one of the most dangerous jobs is to be a teacher, or a substitute teacher. You know what I'm saying? These kids is crazy. These kids coming out ready to whoop your motherfucking ass down into the classroom in English lit, chemistry, math 3rd grade. They don't give a fuck. And of all jobs, bitch, matter of fact, I'm so inclined and so I'm so dead set on never stepping into a classroom again, to the fact that if I couldn't do nothing else, I would go down there and find me a job. As bad as it is over there, Jack in the Box and shit, you know, McDonald's or someplace like that. If times got hard enough, I would go fuck around with that before I go fuck around there in the classroom. Because you just never know. You know, the kids waking up in a mood. They didn't get the PS4 or 6 last night. You know what I'm saying? And the PS6 ain't even out, but the bitch mad because they ain't got one. Because they heard somebody else got theirs. They ain't got their Jordans. They got the phone taken away. You know, all that kind of shit. Or just because they're angry little motherfucker. And I love kids, but when I can't stand no bad motherfucker. Oh no. Come get this motherfucker immediately. And if I'm talking about keep them, I already know how your children act. So the answer, if I tell you no straight up front, bitch, that's because 9 times out of 10, your kids do not know how to behave. And bitch, you know it. That's why you want somebody to babysit them all the time so you can catch a break. And the answer is no. Keep that motherfucker to yourself. Let me tell you, your house. Not of my nice things that I go down into my good paying job for. Hell no. But I wouldn't go get no job like that. But you gotta be real mad with your mama to find out that bitch went got a job down there teaching the children and you still ain't went to go save this bitch. They must have really fucked up when they was fucking up Brittany. Because I mean, we can tell already they done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They got her on some shit where she was over there shaving her head and put her, you know, and doing shit with the babies and shit. According to Family Guy, she was using the baby head as an ashtray. We don't know if the fuck that's true or not, allegedly, but I'm saying, go over there and watch the episode. It was done. I'm just saying, watch the shit for those of you who don't know. But I'm glad they went in there and did a welfare check. Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion was trending on social media after she had, as you guys know, that Beyonce was actually on her Renaissance tour, and she was in Houston September 23rd and 24th. Like I told y'all, I was in the building on September 24th, and the shit was lit. I am not a huge Beyonce fan. I will always tell y'all that, but I love old Beyonce, and I love some shit that she done made here recently, and I fucks with it. So I was in the motherfucking building. And Meg was brought out to perform Savage on Saturday night the 23rd and Sunday night the 24th. So with that being said, as you guys know, they recorded the record, but and Meg Thee Stallion was featured on it, but she has never performed it live with Beyonce, not anywhere, you know, on this entire tour, anywhere else. So of course Megan lives here in Houston. So with that being said, I guess Beyonce said it was cool to pay homage, or it would be great to pay homage to other young black women in the industry, especially since she's on the song. Everybody else didn't get to hear it, but us in Houston got that special gift, I guess, a present from the tour. And basically Megan came out and she was good as fuck. She did her motherfucking thing, and shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. You were amazing. I am so happy for her in her new enlightenment and the way she's choosing to handle herself and pivot her career and her thought process. Shout out to you again, Megan Thee Stallion. But it was just trending all over social media that she was, you know, in tears and just so thankful that Beyonce actually invited her to come out and perform with her on the song Savage. Now, I've told you guys before, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, what's the big fucking deal? They're big stars all the time that perform together, and, you know, they go lay the tracks, they do the songs together. Of course, they have met. A lot of the times that is not true. I will tell you, being in the music industry, on the deep end of it, I will tell you a lot of the time, especially with stars like Beyonce, and even with Megan and other stars that you may, you know, deem as idols, or Taylor Swift, you know, you Swifties and all these people. Basically, a lot of the time, whenever a large artist or any artist decides to feature another artist on their song or on their record, a lot of the time, that said artist has already done the song. They went in the studio. They've already dropped their part. Everything has been, you know, done perfectly. They've spent whatever time they needed to spend to get their lines and their part in this song or this album where it needs to be. And when they're done, that's it. You know, they've made the phone calls. We've set up the meetings. We've sent the contracts. We've got all this stuff done because they've hired people to do these things for them. And that's the way they may have never met before in life. never laid eyes on each other, had a face-to-face a verbal contact, a lot of the times this is how it goes. That artist goes in, lay down those tracks, get the beat together, do what they have to do, and then at that point, the contract says, now this featured artist comes in on this day and does this, and this, and lays their tracks. And bitch, send me that shit, let me listen to it, and if I don't like it, I may, get somebody to reach out to their artist, or if the relationship is like that, I'll reach out to that artist and say, hey, look, can you kind of clean it up? Which was said for Megan Thee Stallion. They said Beyonce asked Megan Thee Stallion to clean up the first verse, so she went back and redid that verse, which is the verse that we all got from Megan Thee Stallion that we all know today in the Savage album. But again, that featured artist goes in, drop their lines, they go through that process, and then after that, and it's finalized, and it's set out there on its release date. So these artists are not always performing together, and you all see these artists perform, even if it's a song with the featured artist. Every time they perform that song, notice they don't always have the featured artist with them. Now, if that artist is one of those types that maybe C-list celebrity, up and coming or some shit like that, and they're trying to get their career really fired up and started, part of their contract or part of their tour or to get themselves out there and get their notoriety, they will actually make themselves available to say, well, shit, bitch, hey, listen, if you need me to go on tour with you because I know you got a tour coming up, I'll cancel my little shit over here or work around it, and I'll come out there with you on your tour dates, and I'll go as your featured artist. They'll do that sometimes, but it depends on the dynamic of the artist, the said artist that is producing or is putting out the song, and the time factors and the notoriety of the featured artist. So that's how that goes a lot of the time. So that's why you can maybe a better understanding as to why you can understand why Megan was so elated and so excited and so emotional about getting the chance to perform with Beyonce, and be with the Beehive crew. And let's just face it, even Beyonce is bigger than Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? So that's that dynamic right there that I was talking about. Megan Thee Stallion is not a C-list star. Don't get me wrong by any means. That's not what I'm saying. She's more like maybe a B-list, artist. So Beyonce is A+ in people's mind, but an A-list artist. And Meg is that B-list artist as that female rapper. And so with that being said, think about it. If you came out with a song today and that process took place with you and you've never really met the artist, and then all of a sudden this artist is on a tour and you get a call saying, okay, part of the tour includes your city and state we're going to come to, and as an artist or featured artist on my song, are you available these 2 nights or these 3 nights to come out and perform, your part, in the song? And I'm pretty sure you'd be fucking much obliged to go down there and handle that for Beyonce. You ain't gonna tell her no. And the feeling that you will get from that, you're already excited as fuck before the shit goes down because you've been asked. You see what I'm saying? And now, to say you've done it, but not once, but twice, to go back and have that story to tell, you know what I'm saying? So I understand why she was so emotional and how, why she was crying and shit like that, because the bitch she's performed with an icon. She's performed with a legend at this point in the game. Some people don't want to look at her as that, but I mean, it is what the fuck it is. So again, shout out to Beyonce, the Renaissance tour. Houston was lit, and we won the motherfucking Mute Challenge second night, motherfucking 24th of September 2023. It was us that did it for Houston. Thank you very much. You all are welcome. But I had a motherfucking blast, and shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. And you girls keep going. Do what you got to do. Handle your business. And I guess now that's girl power. All right, next topic. Boosie did an interview. I want to say it was with Vlad TV, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. He did an interview, and he made, to me, a stupid-ass statement. As you know, Boosie is from my hometown, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but it was a dumbass statement. He said that, I don't know how they got to that part. I just saw this part of the interview, and he said, well, I've been offered $250,000 to perform at LGBTQ events, but I turned it down because it's not my vibe, it's not my stilo. I don't get down with that. I've never fucked with that. You feel me? That was his statement. And old boy was like, well, I understand, if that's not your thing, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He went on, yeah, I ain't want to fuck with that or whatever, yada, yada. Just recently, today, before I got the chance to do this story, I saw him in Miami, and he was offered a massage by a gentleman on the beach. He went to fuck off in so many words. I ain't no nigga finna massage on me or no shit like that. He told the man, get me a bitch. His words, not mine. Get me a bitch to come massage on me, because I don't want no fucking nigga massage. Do I look like a nigga I want another nigga to massage on me? That's what he said. So then he said, I don't even want the bitch massage on me because she might get off on it. With that, collectively, what I have to say about that is this. Clearly, Boosie, his ego has gotten far beyond him. I mean, he's put out music. I'm not even gonna say it's good music at this point in time because he's made himself a fortune. Let's just say that. He's made himself a fortune. He's made himself very comfortable in his lifestyle. Also, he mentioned he wanted Kamala Harris to sit down with him and talk about gun reform laws. For those of you who know Boosie, let that simmer for a minute, okay? But the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, you have a very plush life. People have helped you become very famous and very rich. But one thing I have to tell you about this on the LGBTQ end. First of all, why in the fuck would they even invite you to perform at an LGBTQ event when they know you don't even like them? I don't give a fuck who in charge of the thing or who's in charge of the girls. Ain't nobody sat up over there and say, ooh, I know. Let's call Lil Boosie and see if he can do a performance over here for our gay pride event. You know motherfucking well. They ain't even asked for that shit for World AIDS Day. They don't want you for shit. You showing us by your actions with the song that you put out, the way you treated your daughter, that we don't want you around us just as much as you don't want us, we don't want you. You ain't the hottest thing on the market. I can look at Boosie on the street, even all the money he got, and sit up and say, won't fuck with it. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. If I don't like you, if I'm not into you, if I'm not vibing with you, nigga, ain't nobody attracted to your ass. We don't want you. So you ain't got to worry. Please, by all means, calm down, because I can speak for the LGBTQ community. And I think I can go ahead and take this on myself, and I think that community would be okay with it. And I will say this. You ain't got to ever worry. You can sleep easy at night. I'm pretty sure even when you go to prison, if you ever got to serve time, Boosie, you can sleep easy at night. You got some other shit to worry about. You can take this one off your plate. I can guarantee you, this one ain't one you got to even look forward to. Because if there is one in the community that finds you sexy, that finds you attractive, that deems you so demure, chances are they probably lightly retarded, or mildly retarded, or probably ain't got good sense at all. They probably on some kind of medicine for, a chemical imbalance. Chances are, and I'm pretty sure even with that, if they taking their medicine on the regular, they can see clearly because the rain is gone. You can sleep easy at night, Boosie. We don't want you. So I'm pretty sure nobody offered you $250,000 to perform any motherfucking well with a label that has the front of it posted LGBTQ community, whatever you want to call it, plus RXZ, whatever. I'm pretty sure they didn't ask you. But like I always say, it's men like this that we sit around and we listen to their bullshit, but he talk about he can't stand gays, he don't like gays, he don't fuck with that kind of shit, that's some faggot shit, that's some gay shit, that's some punk shit. You live some kind of men got some kind of complex, okay? Because I can get a massage from a man or a woman, bitch, I just want you to do it right. Massage my back right. That's all I want you to do, because you ain't massaging nothing else anyway. You feel me? Get the glutes. Like Monique said on the Parkers, you make sure to get your glutes. Like Shaq told her, should I say. Make sure to get my glutes. Oh yeah, got your glutes. She didn't know what the fuck glutes was, but the lady at the massage place know. So at the end of the day, I mean, sexist, homophobic, those words pretty much stand out every time that Boosie opens his mouth. But at the end of the day, don't worry about it. Keep that to yourself. But like I say, you speak on people and you hate people. And at the end of the day, when you are the kind of person that you want to procreate and you want to bring a seed into this world, you will be shown and your love will be tested by the shit that you say and the people that you hate. Like all the time as a kid, I used to hear my mom or my aunts tell my sisters or my cousins while they pregnant, you can't make fun of other people or even other things. You just got to keep your motherfucking mouth closed on some shit. You might be able to think it, but you sure better not make no fun of it, making no big deal. Like gaps, people that's too black, baboons and all that shit, or ugly people and all that shit, or handicapped people. You could never make no fun of no shit like that when you was having pregnant with no child, especially if your child wasn't all the way formed. Now, when the doctor tell you your child formated, and you ain't got to worry about nothing but the birthing. But while that child developing, they used to tell them you can't talk about people because your child come out fucked up just like that person. That'll be your gift to you. Same rule applies to basically always talking about gays and all this different shit here, because rule of thumb is y'all Bible says, so shall a man sow it, he gonna reap it. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he done did some shit or said some shit we know for sure about some not black people, some gay people or LGBTQ trans people. And apparently it was during the time, the old folks say, well, he had some baby mamas pregnant, and look what you got. You got 2 lesbian daughters. One ain't fully come out yet and told us, but we already know, we waiting on it. You got 2 lesbian daughters. So that's what happens, that's what you get. And God gonna test your love, and your test is, if you can love them, you can be okay with the gay community, because you can see your child is offering you no harm. All they're doing is offering you the same love they offered as a child when you brought them into this world and said that you love them, and they showed you that love back in affection. And when they were able to be verbal and show you hugs and call you dad or daddy or pop or whatever they call you, and hug on you and love on you during Father's Day and all these other occasions that you share with them so dearly, this is going to set a boundary in your mindset, or at least it was supposed to let you know that even people that are LGBTQ trans are not after you. They're not trying to spread anything to you. You can't catch gay. That ain't how the shit goes, although that's how it started out way some decades back. That's not how it works, but that was supposed to be his lot in life, his learned lesson. But clearly, he ain't learned that. So until he does, we'll move on, leave that the fuck on. Drake. People are talking about Drake like a motherfucker. Drake is trending in the goddamn social media about his concerts. Now, y'all know Drake is on some kind of tour, and Drake was over there in Dallas. And I think Drake did come to Houston. And I was very tempted to go ahead and buy some tickets to go over there and see Drake. I love Drake's music, but schedules were conflicting with some other shit. And it kind of got away from me thought process-wise or thinking-wise. And it wasn't a priority, should I say, but it was one of those things on the back burner of my mind that I wanted to do. But some way or another, I didn't end up purchasing the ticket. Well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't purchase the ticket in some sense, because I saw people on social media were filming portions of the concert or their comments in the comments section. Some people were saying that they were getting up leaving the concert. Some people were saying that they would rather have their money back, or they didn't want to be bothered, or if you're thinking about going to the Drake concert, think again, yada yada yada. It was several comments from the Dallas section and several other sections that Drake had already gone through and did his concert. The people said that Drake was stopping for 10-minute monologues about positivity, and he was forgetting the words to his songs. He was forgetting the lyrics. And people were beginning to question. So, the rumors are still buzzing now. They're questioning his tactic. They're questioning whether or not they should have bought a ticket. I'm not sure whether or not they've gotten to the point where they're questioning whether or not they should still be a fan. That I don't know, but I do say this. Drake, I love you, man. I like your music. I'm a fan. Not hardcore, but I'm a fan of a lot of stuff, of your music. I will say this to you. You are an awesome artist. You are an awesome brother that I see. But I get a lot of positive vibes from Drake. But let me say this to you, Drake. Unless if you're going to give those kind of speeches about positivity in a monologue, go ahead and find a better time frame to give that monologue, maybe towards the end of your show, for those who are such a big fan that stick around and, you know, that really love your music and ain't finna go no motherfucking way until you tell them good night and tell them get the fuck up out of here. Save that one good positive monologue, that one good positive speech to give to your crowd and your fans. And I think it will save a lot of time on trying to remember, because I know as an artist, a lot of the times if you have a long song list to do for a set, that's a lot of words to remember, and you have to mix these sets up sometime and redo them and, you know, rehearse them and all this different shit and get them right. And if you're mixing anything like Beyonce did, if you're putting songs together and shit like that and making other remixes and shit, you have to remember the breaks, the stops, the all that shit, the key changes and all of that. Well, Drake is not really he's not really a key change kind of guy, but he's more so of a lyrical guy because he does rap. So keys do matter when it comes to rap, whether you know it or not. So I find maybe you smoking your weed and shit, you getting out here and drink a little bit, and you might have fucked around there and forgot a lyric or two because you stopping in these 10-minute monologues. Just keep the show pumping. You know, give them smoke, give them background, give them outfits, you know, give them some other shit. Even if you got to take your songs and put them bitches together and give them a piece of this one and a piece of that one to cut down on it, it is still going to make your crowd go wild. I'm pretty sure you already know that. You know how they love you out here in these streets. But ain't nobody trying to sit up here, you know, and listen to a 10-minute monologue in between songs. People ain't got time for that. Now, I will say this, I'm not trying to keep on saying Beyonce, but Beyonce gave a bitch a positive vibe. She gave a bitch a comment, but she gave that comment, got right back into the next song and kept that motherfucking moving because she knows she got more shit to do. And the rest of us got shit to do. We still got to get back to the 9 to 5 after we spend this one night only with her. So we can't be here all motherfucking night. So Drake, I don't know if you're going to watch my shit. I'm going to hashtag you in. I'm going to try to send you my shit. So hopefully you'll watch when I get to your part and listen to me and take my tip. And if it ain't Drake, somebody on his team, take this tip that you can give it to him. Somebody, you know, you're going to take it in a nice way and move forward with that and go ahead and say that one good monologue for the end of the show and end off on that high note and leave them people the fuck alone and go out there and collect your check and go about your business. And go on somewhere on, you know, while you're on the road on your tour bus or on your next flight or in the airport waiting, go on give us a word then. You know, hit him with a word then, Bishop. You know, but the people ain't living for a word in the middle of, I ain't want to, unless I'm drunk or I'm high and I'm both right now. You know, they want to get crunk like a motherfucker. They can't get into it, and it's bad when they remember, I can forget your lyrics, but you can't do that. That's what they pay you for. But yeah, hopefully he takes that tip. I'm 47 minutes in. I got one more for y'all. This one here, y'all gonna fucking gag on. Sexxy Red then told everybody that she has a motherfucking lip gloss line. The lip gloss line is, I don't know what the fuck the name of it is, but she said it's already at the markets and it has sold the fuck out, right? Sexxy Red said, y'all know Sexxy Red the rapper, the one where they keep getting them dialysis and shit and going to Rhea and all that other different stuff there and whatnot and so forth and carry on in our culture. This one came from my sister. I was going to get my inspection sticker done this morning. I was just chatting with my sister back home, talking shit. And she was telling me, shout out to my little sister, Sheena. I ain't going to tell y'all her last name, but y'all need to mind y'all business. But shout out to you, little sis. Thanks for putting this little bug in my ear while we was chatting it up and talking shit on the phone. But she was telling me how she was watching this shit, and I went and found it. Sexxy Red got a lip gloss out, and she got colors and flavors. And I'm going to hit y'all with it right quick and get the fuck up out of here, because I know y'all finna gag after this. The first flavor and color is called nut because it's the color of nut. I don't think the flavor is down packed in that one. I don't believe that's what she said, so I'm not gonna put that on her situation. But if any of y'all want to go out there and buy it and try it out, let me know if it has the nut flavor in it. That's about as good as it's gonna get because I won't be buying one. The next one is gonorrhea. That's the name of the next one. Gonorrhea. It's a green color. It's the green color of gonorrhea, she said. You pop that on and, you know, whoop it on there real quick. Get yourself ready for the club. Better no chase and go down there to Better no chase and stand up in the thing. If Better no chase still open. Go around over here in one of these, I can't even think of one of the motherfuckers out here. That's tell you how much I go out. The address, go on over there with your gonorrhea green lipstick on. The other one is yellow discharge. And it is yellow because it is like the STD discharge color that comes out of women's coochie when they get the STD down there, and more than likely it's probably chlamydia they got down there. I'm gonna go ahead and put an ad. She didn't say because she probably didn't know, but yeah, it probably was chlamydia. And she said it's yellow, so you know you get your little outfit on. If you want to get your green outfit and switch your stuff, if you already got the green one, and you put the green one on with the yellow outfit last weekend, now you put the green outfit on, and you put the yellow, you know, lip gloss on, which is the discharge. Is what it's called, and it's yellow. I don't know if it's bumblebee yellow. I'm not really sure about how bright the yellow is, but you can do that contrast with your dress when you order your dress down there from Shein or She by Sheree and hook that thing up. The other one is booty hole brown. She said brown, it's brown like booty hole. And booty hole pink. So they you know, they got cousins on there. So if you got a pink booty hole, I guess for the white people, and brown booty hole for the black people, or vice versa, depending on whatever color your booty hole is. She got a pink one or a brown one. You can put that brown one on there. It's the color of a brown booty hole. If you walk around with ass on your lips all night down into the bar room or to the social at the job gathering. Or for you girls that like bright colors, pink, you know? If you feel like a pink Friday, get the pink booty hole and whip it on there, you know, smear it, put it on real good, not real good, but put it on real good and whip that shit on there. And go down into the function, to the situation, because I call it a situation socialization. I made it shit up, couldn't get the shit out. But put that on, go on down there. And sit up there before the people's at the dinner table. And I'm pretty sure everybody that's served at the table gonna sit around there when you leave, bitch. They're gonna laugh at your ass at the dinner table while they serving, and they're gonna look at your forks and your spoons and shit, and they're gonna laugh even harder when you leave around there and leave. Coochie juice is one of them. She said coochie juice is clear like women's coochie juice. I don't know, cause I'll let y'all be the judge of that one. How about that? It's coochie juice says because it's clear, the color of woman's coochie juice after it's been penetrated. That's what she said. After it's been penetrated, it gets clear juice, and she said you know, whip that on down, and you go on down there to the social, and everybody then maybe that'd be the best one because nobody know what the fuck you got on, but you know you got coochie juice on your lips. You're the only one that knows. So, I mean, I guess ain't nobody else got to know because you ain't got, you know, booty hole pink on there. Everybody asks why you got pink stuff on there. You got to tell everybody where you bought it from because you know what the bitches in the room or at the bar, at least at the club, going to ask you where you got it from. And chances are, if she got on the green one, she gonna tell you where she got hers from. I'm just saying, listen, I'm not even going to tell you. I might go over there to Sexxy Red's website and see if I can get one of the ones I might be able to get. I ain't going to tell y'all which ones, but ain't nobody buying this bullshit. She was lying to my somebody told her she's smart for her marketing strategies with thinking her ideas because everybody thinks she dumb. No, we didn't say you was dumb, bitch. We said you're nasty and you're ignorant. Nasty and ignorant, them are two different things. But she said it's sold out. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to sit here and totally lie on the woman and say it didn't sell out and that people not going to buy it because there is a market. There's a market. You got prostitutes. Prostitutes, you know, they need lipstick because they got to get made up for their John. And in some states, prostitution is legal. So a bitch, you know, paying taxes on instead of their culture. So with that being said, you know, you got to look good for the John. You got to make the money. You got to make yourself, you got to make everything look presentable and look, you got to paint the peacock. And so therefore, I'm sure the tricks and the hoes that's catching gonorrhea and sniffles and all. That's the one way I think she left out. If you go up on the website, it might have one of them over there. Chalk white to match your toe polish. Ha! Iggy. Strippers. Strippers is another line. Strippers will go over there and buy that shit. They buy the hair already anyway, so why not let your hair match your motherfucking lips? Now, me personally, even if I was a whore or a stripper, I wouldn't buy either one because I wouldn't want something named that on my mouth. So when a bitch asks, "Ooh, girl, what's that on your list? What you got?" Gonorrhea. That just don't sound right. Chlamydia. That is not very becoming. I mean, I know you're not acting like a lady. You might be being a whore in a moment, and that's why you're putting it on. Maybe even a housewife, they want to role play for their husband. I mean, Now let's talk. Think about it. We talked about the bitches that ain't gonna buy, which is some of us. Let's talk about the bitches that will. Housewives that want to do role play and show their husbands a different bitch because they got a closet full of wigs and he didn't understand it at first. But when he get home, baby ocean. He coming in the Hyundai and he walked through that door and he see her with that motherfucking schoolgirl skirt on and them stockings. And that white shirt, button just a midriff. Just where the cleavage is, right there to the bottom. And she got some white titties. Well, I mean, she may have some savvy on it, so she might have to put them bitches up in there and strap that barb tight and make them sit up there up under the chin. But the bottom line I'm trying to make to you is, maybe. Just maybe. And she's sitting there sucking on a lollipop. Like LL Cool J say. She ain't standing on the bus stop, but she's standing by the stove. Hey. She got supper ready. She got a nice wig on. Green, pink, whatever color she choose. She got a pair of motherfucking bunny ears on. Now, what the fuck we be doing? I'm just sitting there thinking up shit. Bunny ears, or I don't know what the fuck we be doing. Or a halo, or I don't know, some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Or a hat, something. She worked that thing up. Her little bobby socks and her shoes. I'm setting the scene for y'all. I want y'all to understand why I say housewives. And then he lay around there and get in the bed and get her all good and everything is taken care of, and she take care of him. And he gets to the bathroom. He go in and taking his shower. And washing his ding-dang off and shit. You know, getting himself all cleaned up, trying to get fresh. So he can be all masculine and smelling good and scented. After they have relations. And he in the shower and realized he got to wash his dick and he got to wash his dick and his mouth off several times over. Even after he got in the shower, he got to stand up in the mirror, full body, and still be doing some washing. And he go back in there and ask her, baby, what is that new lipstick you got on? What is that new lip gloss? Oh, it's gonorrhea. Oh, it's discharge. Oh, it's brown booty hole, even though she ain't read his booty hole. So I don't know. There's a market for it, I suppose, and as you really think about it, because at first I was like, ain't nobody gonna buy this shit. But when you think about it, there is a market for it. So maybe she's right. Maybe she did have a decent marketing strategy. Maybe if it's not, everybody's not gonna buy it, but enough people will probably buy it to make her richer. I'm just saying. Anyway, I ain't see it before the video. I got so motherfucking, got so into him and so ready to see y'all and start talking about the situations and everything. But listen, if you have not already, and this is your first time watching one of my videos, please go ahead now and hit that motherfucking subscribe bell. Become one of the family members over here. Become one of the cousins, one of the good families. Come over here and sit and chat with us and eat fried chicken and drink sweet tea, because that's what they think we do anyway. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. That helps me out a lot. That's the like button, okay? And make sure to share these videos. Share these videos with somebody you know. Share with somebody you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with somebody you don't give no fucks about. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be the comedic piece that brings you guys together. And I'm pretty sure I guarantee you that. I be trying to hold myself back and pull back a lot. But, you know, sometimes I just want to let loose and give y'all, you know, the best of me on camera when it comes to these shows. And I don't want to be holding stuff back all the time. I just want to be the real me. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this show. I'm actually almost an hour in. I appreciate you guys. I love you so much. I always tell you guys this. I ask so much of you guys, I feel like, and you give me so much more in return. So for that, I want to say I thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys for that. And I love you guys so much. Always make sure to love yourself first and foremost, and love those around you who are giving you the love and energy back that you deserve in return, because other than that, nothing else matters. You feel me? All right. Love you guys so much, cousins. Until the next video. Holla!